sick but have so much energy.
Yeah.
What do you have for a period? Science.
Oh wait, English.
And then I had math.
All right, don't worry about what this says. This has nothing to do with what we're working on. I'm just using this white space. Okay. So, Callie, just read that problem to me from left to right.
9.
Yeah, the whole thing. Go ahead.
9 subtract 5x. Subtract 6. Subtract 9x equals 5.
Double check that I wrote that correctly. 9 minus 5x minus 6 minus 9x equals 5. Is that what it says? And what are we trying to solve for? Yes, we're trying to solve for x. X is in a few different spaces. So it's going to be really tricky to start pulling things out until we bring our x's together. Our x terms are like terms. And we like terms because we can, Callie, I want you to focus, Abby.
Can I put this in the lost and found?
Here's my lost and found for water bottle, so right there, okay? Guys, just because this is one person's question doesn't mean you shouldn't be paying attention to it. What number is this on your homework? I can't see your fingers. 5, okay. So it's number 5 on your homework. You might have different numbers than this, but the process is going to be exactly the same. So take notes, copy this down, okay? So, as I was saying, we like terms because we can what like terms? What's the word for that? What is it? It starts with a C. Combine like terms. I'm going to use a different marker because all I want to do right now, I'm not combining them yet. I'm just organizing my terms. I'm just organizing them.
That echoed.
Make sure you lock the door. Okay. And sign back in. Okay. I have to organize my like terms. The most important thing, Callie, I need your eyes up here or I cannot do this, okay? To organize my terms, I'm going to circle them with their sign. Thank you. This 9 doesn't have a sign, so what is it?
9.
It's just positive 9. If the sign is invisible, then it's positive. You can even put a positive 9 if you want to, but you don't have to. What is my next term? Read it with its sign. My next term is
5x.
close. Read it with its sign.
Negative 5x.
Negative 5x. So I'm going to circle my term with its sign. Negative 5x. What's my next term? Negative 6. Circling the term with its sign. And my last term is
Negative 9x.
good. You guys are getting into the habit of identifying your terms with their signs. If you ignore the sign, your problem is wrong every time, okay? Now, we are combining like terms. So that means everything that can be added together gets added together. But we can only add things together if they are alike. Can you name 2 terms that are alike?
Negative 5x and negative 9x.
Good. The negative 5x and the negative 9x. I'm going to write that over here. Negative 5x combined with a negative 9x. Remember, we're combining the like terms. We're adding them. It's the same thing as writing negative 5x minus 9x. It's the same thing. Negative 5x minus 9x. Because when we're subtracting integers, we kill the cockroach, change the sign. So what we're really doing is we're adding 2 negative numbers now. Okay? That's why I write it as the terms with their signs being combined. Are you with me?
Yes.
What is negative 5x plus negative 9x? Do you remember the rules?
It's on
What? Say it loud and say proud. You got the sign right for sure. Negative 14x. Very good. So I'm going to write negative 14x because I have just simplified by combining these terms. I'm going to cross the terms out that I just combined, not so that I can't see them anymore, just so that I don't accidentally try to combine them again. Once they're combined, they're done. Do you see any more terms that can be combined? The 9 and the what? Good, thank you for saying it with its sign, the 9 and the negative 6. Again, there are two ways to write this. You can write 9 minus 6, or you can think of it as combining the terms with their signs, which would be 9 plus a negative 6. They both are going to equal the same number, which is 3. Because 9 minus 6 is 3, and 9 plus negative 6 is 3. So we have combined them, and now we have, is it a positive 3 or a negative 3?
Negative. Positive.
It's positive. So we don't have a sign there, right? So it's positive. So when I include it in my equation, I can't just write a 3 here. I have to write the sign.
You didn't lock the door. You didn't lock it.
It's not locked.
Open it.
Open it.
Close.
Yeah, but lock it when you close it, okay? So the 3 is positive. So can I just put a 3 there and not show the positive? So I just have 14x3 equals 5. If that number is positive, I better write positive 3. Now look at my equation. I have finished combining my numbers. I've combined everything that can be combined, and I have negative 14x plus 3 equals 5. How many operations is x involved in? And if you don't know, start naming them. Yep, it's being multiplied and adding, right? 3 is being added to the product or the multiplication of these. So we've got adding and multiplication. Are we going forwards order of operations, PEMDAS, or are we having to work backwards, SADMAP? When we're solving algebraically, do we do PEMDAS or SADMAP? SADMAP. So if we're doing SADMAP, which is just PEMDAS written backwards, okay? We start with addition or subtraction, then we do our multiplication or division, right? We take care of the addition or subtraction first. We are undoing it, so we have to go backwards. Walk me through it. What do I do first? Does that mean subtract 3 from both sides? Is that what? Okay. Subtract 3 from both sides. You don't need to be typing on your Chromebook right now? Is everything okay? Everything okay?
It said that I was first. We have to check the question now.
Okay.
It said, oops, something went wrong.
Okay, maybe because we were taking a long time, okay. So, our positive 3 and our negative 3, they cancel out to what? 0. Very good. So what we really have is negative 14x plus 0, which we don't need to show because plus 0 doesn't change anything. So negative 14x equals 5 minus 3. Good. 2. What's the last step? Yep, she's giving me sign language over there. We divide by negative 14 on both sides. Cancel, because this negative 14 divided by itself cancels out to not 0 this time, it cancels out to 1. And that is like, but doesn't that have value? Well, if x is being multiplied times 1, does x change? If Zach is being multiplied times 1, if you have Zach one time, he's just Zach one time. So I don't have to call him Zach one time every time I talk to him, because it's obvious that there's only one of you, so I'll just call you Zach. So that's why I don't have to call this 1x.
I prefer Zach one time.
I'm going to call you Zach one time, okay? So we don't have to call this x one time or 1x, we can just call it x because x is there one time, okay? So x equals, now x equals a fraction, okay? 2 over negative 14 can simply be reduced. Does your homework say to write it as a fraction or a decimal, or does it not say?
It doesn't matter. Type an integer or a simplified fraction.
A simplified fraction. So we're going to simplify the fraction just by reducing it. Is our fraction negative or positive?
Negative.
Negative. Negative, because we have a positive and a negative in our fraction, which is a division problem, which means positive and negative makes a negative. So we have a negative fraction. How do we reduce 2 over 14? What does that equal? 1/7. So you have negative 1/7. And if you really wanted to check your answer before typing it in, if you wanted to, you could just take your original equation, pull out these x's, sub in negative 1/7, and see if it works. It would be pretty complicated. Or you could just type it in. Negative 1/7. Did it work?
I put the 7 and said I didn't put the 7. You see the 7?
Oh, you put the, okay, getting used to the digital platform is really tricky. Just try it again. It'll still give you credit.
No,
You put 1 over blank over 7, that's why.
I need help. Assistant.